Good evening. It is Monday night and first time shooting at night. And for some reason, I had to move locations because the lighting was terrible. So, anyways, in case you don't know, I'm Brian with Brian Silver Health Quest, journaling my landing into my 60th birthday in April, trying to get in the best health of my life. Just a quick update and do things a little different this week. Real quick, just to recap what I did today. Spent about an hour on the treadmill. Still can't lift weights because of the shoulder. But I did get in the sauna afterwards for a half an hour and did some wall sits and curls with a 10-pound weight while I was in the sauna. Some angled push-ups, about a 45-degree angle. And got quite a bit of exercise in today. Got a better night's sleep last night. Unfortunately, the scale this morning when I woke up was a little higher. We were up 235 or so. But had a good day of eating today. Made some bean soup out of my leftover ham from Thanksgiving. Man, smoked ham and bean soup with carrots and celery. Slow cooker for a day and a half. Pretty good stuff. Calories came in at about 1,800, 1,900 for the day. And I'm trying to stop eating earlier. So I had my dinner. You call it dinner or supper? Depends on where you're from, doesn't it? But I finished eating today at about 4 o'clock. So we'll see what the blood sugar does when I wake up in the morning. If I can remember, maybe I'll actually shoot that and we'll see what happens. But that's it for today. Again, Monday, I got about 2 hours of hour and a half of activity, a little over 8,500 steps, I think, on the tracker. I'll put that in here too. And hit all my activity goals for the day. So tomorrow, we'll see what happens. It's a slow day work-wise, but we'll get some activity in. And then just to give you an idea what's coming up, Wednesday, we're going to go back to work. And Thursday, we've got a doctor's appointment. Wednesday afternoon, I also have an interview with another YouTube channel. So that'll be fun. And then Thursday, doctor's appointment, Friday. But I'm going to try to film every day. So see you then. Once again, I'm Brian. Subscribe. Let me know what you think. And we're going to have a little different format every day. But instead of one video at the end of the week, we're going to try to bust it up a little bit during the week. So talk to you soon. Bye. How we doing? Tuesday night, 5 o'clock. Just got off the treadmill. Hour on the treadmill, 2.5 miles. Got the heart rate up to about 125 for a good part of that. So according to my watch, that's what I'm supposed to do. So just a quick check-in before I jump in the sauna. Sauna's heating up. We'll go out and do a half hour out there. I guess this morning I weighed in at 235 again. So no movement there. Had a pretty chill day. That's about it. So not a lot to add today. Like I said, just going to jump in the sauna for a few minutes. But trying to check in every day, at least for a few minutes. And, I'm going to put this together in one video. So I guess I don't have to say I'm Brian with Brian Silver Health Quest. But again, I'll check in again tomorrow. I got a meeting in the morning. I hope I can do my interview with the downsize tomorrow afternoon, but we may have a scheduling conflict, so we'll see how that goes. But otherwise, check in tomorrow. See you then. Have a good night. How we doing? It's Brian with Brian Silver Health Quest. It is Thursday afternoon, the 4th of December at about 3 o'clock, and just giving you a quick update. Did not record yesterday. I apologize for that. Got an hour in on the treadmill, a little over 2 miles. That was about it. Had a long work day. I was not able to get my interview in with the downsized because of work. We had to reschedule, and hopefully we'll be able to get that done soon. But yeah, that's about it. So got up this morning. Weight's about the same, 235, and I had my physical today with the doctor. So pertinent information. Everything's good. Blood pressure, fine. Are moving up on the Mounjaro to 10 milligrams. Got a 3-month supply of that on the way. The other meds, everything's working out good. Happy with everything, and she got some blood work done in January. Met in October, and they want to 90 days after that. So that's what that's for. But other than that, all good. We're happy. She's happy. Moving up to the 10 milligram does something on the weight loss from there. So, update. Waiting for the Lions game tonight. Go Lions. Beat the Cowboys. That I do plan on jumping on the treadmill this afternoon. Maybe even doing a sauna session. So we'll talk to you Saturday on the wrap up. This is Brian. See you later. Good evening. It is Saturday night, the 6th, and I have not made a video for you all since Thursday night. But we're finishing up the week, putting together the last section before we get the video ready for Sunday's big release. I guess we'll start with the good news. Morning we were at 233.2, which is our lowest weight to date on our journey. Today was also shot day, so I took my first 10 milligram shot. Actually took a 7.5 and a 2.5 that I had left over to make a 10 milligram shot. My doctor sent in my prescription, and I thought we were going to get 3 months, but it looks like only 2 months. It should be first part of next week. That I have 2 more 5 milligram shots left over, so I could do those 2 to make up another 10, and then have 8 more 10s. We'll see. Keep watching the videos from all the other creators. I was on her live stream the other night on Fit Flavor Fun. She mentioned 7.5 was not her favorite, and a lot of other creators have said the same thing. But then I watched Cheryl at Sunshine Channel. She went back and forth between 7.5 and 10. I don't think she ever got past 10. I gotta say, I have had 0 side effects whatsoever so far, knock on wood, from any of these shots. Mentioned it before. So I guess my weight loss has been slower. I will put up over here my 6-month chart from my Shot Tracker app. So I guess officially I am down 23 pounds since May. So that's good. But in 7 months, that's just over 3 pounds a month. So not the worst, not the greatest. So one of the things that I'm also going to do another video on, probably film it tomorrow, is what should you realistically expect on these shots? And did you have an unrealistic expectation like I did? Quite frankly, thought it was going to be the magic bullet. But the other thing I want to ask you about, and I think I might have mentioned it before, but forgive me, I don't have the greatest memory in the world. I actually started this journey, as I've mentioned before, at 288. If I really, a weight that I know I was at. I distinctly remember being 288 at the doctor's office after my heart attack. So do I count that weight from 288 down to 256 and then down to 233? Because if that's the case, now granted, that's over a 3-year period. But I really don't know how to quantify that. I think most people, when they start on these journeys and they chronicle it, and you watch them on YouTube, whether it's the Downsized, whether it's Brittany GLP-1, whether it's Allie from Fit Flavor Fun, whether it's from the Sunshine Channel, whoever else you follow, Paul, the cabbie from Britain, they started at their highest weight on the shot. And maybe that's why, I counted that other 30 pounds. Frankly, if I started in May at 288 and started taking the shots, and today, 7 months later, I was at 233, that's 55 pounds in 7 months. And it was week 30. So if I was at 55 pounds in 30 weeks, that's just under 2 pounds a week. That's astounding. But I was already halfway there. So maybe I shouldn't be disappointed. Now, another thing I want to say right here. Any of you that are following this, that are on a keto journey, carnivore, need to give these GLP-1s another thought. They're not all the evil that everybody makes makes them out to be. You're not going to waste away and lose all your muscle. You know, do that, it's because you're still eating crap. But if you're coming off a carnivore or keto lifestyle like I was, it's just supercharged everything. I mentioned I went to the doctor on Thursday. Now, we're not going to get our blood work until January. We're waiting for some results from some other medications that I started. So we're going to wait 30 days, but we're going to be able to quantify what this has done to my blood sugar. But just from May to September, when I had the last set of blood work done, my blood sugars were under 5.6. So under the pre-diabetic range for the first time in years. In fact, the first 90 days after I started keto back in 2022, I went down immediately to 4.8. But I think that was a bad blood test. It went to 5.7, then it went to 4.8, and then it was immediately back up to 5.9. So I think that was a bad test, and I should have had it redone, and I didn't. These shots are working on my A1C so far, and that's even with me consuming more carbs than I was before. I'll put it in right here, but weekly average calorie intake now is about 1900, 1960. But of that, where I used to consistently be between 10 and 20 carbs, a lot of days under 10 carbs, I might be averaging 60 carbs a day. Now, a lot of that is coming from drinking drinks. I understand that. And I'm not using net carbs. I'm using total carbs, protein bars and protein shakes. Really what's pushing that carb number up. Had some potatoes in it, yes. Have I had a couple of sweet potatoes? Yes. But I'm not consuming bread. I am having low carb wraps. Shoot me. For the most part, my diet hasn't changed that much. 60 carbs a day. And still, when I get up in the morning and I check my ketones, I'm still between 0.3 and 0.5. Now, am I back up to 1.2, 1.3 that I was when I was doing no sugar and no carbs? No, I'm not. I think I could be in a few days. Yeah. Listen to Joe and Rachel on Two Crazy Ketos. They'll tell you that 0.3 to 0.5 means you're still generating ketones. So I am still in ketosis. I don't know, but that's not my main focus. My main focus is I'm working really hard to get my calories up, 2,200 a day, and I'm still getting my exercise in. As a weekly recap, I'll post my workouts for the week, but I think I ended up, even though, I'll get back to it, but even though I didn't work out at all yesterday, today, I still got 4 solid days in a row of at least 2.5 miles a day on the treadmill with some good numbers. 3 sauna sessions in. So I still got 5.5, I think, total hours of intense workout activity. So why didn't I work out yesterday or today? Because Thursday at my checkup, after I got done, I went and got a shingles vaccine. I'm not going to get political. I'm not telling anybody what to do. I'm not a doctor. I'm just following my own. My father, who's 82 years old, almost 83, came down with shingles a little while back. And it's been painful. He's been going on for almost a month now. And not good. He didn't get the vaccine. I'm getting the vaccine. I got the vaccine, the first one, the first shot. I had it Thursday afternoon. And it knocked me on my ass. I'm not kidding. Knocked me straight on my ass. Arm hurt. It felt like somebody shot me. Thursday night, I got no sleep. In fact, worst sleep score I've ever had. And again, I'll post that too. I think it was 23 was my sleep score. I've been running in the 80s and 90s. I had 5-6 days in a row where I had excellent sleep scores, anywhere from 90 to 95. And then all of a sudden, bam, I couldn't sleep. Now, maybe it was because of the Lions game. I was a little hyped up after we pulled that thing out. But still, no sleep. And then even last night, as exhausted as I was because I didn't sleep for crap Thursday, John, I was so sore and tender. If I tried to roll over on this shoulder during the night, still sore today. But at least got back up to a 80 sleep score, I think. No deep sleep. Turn it. So we'll see what happens tonight. Talk about sleep. Sorry about that. Didn't mean to yawn on you. But I'm sitting there watching this Ohio State Indiana game. Go Hoosiers. Everybody roots for the Hoosiers when they're playing the Buckeyes. Anyways, let's get back to our recap. Lowest weight that I've been so far on the journey. Went up in dose on my shot to 10 milligrams of Mounjaro. Keeping the diet pretty steady. Trying to get the liquids in. I am counting my coffee as liquids. Shoot me. And that's getting me up to 120, 110 fluid ounces a day. And then we got one more week at home for work. And then the week of the 15th, I'm going to be heading out of town for a week of training. North Carolina. We'll see if the weather's any better there. But I mean, we're talking about health. So this shoulder's pretty bad. I talked to Doc about it. She recommended she think it might be the rotator cuff. She did a few physical therapy type things, and I can't bend it back behind my arm. And so I think we're going to get some x-rays. I don't know what I'm going to do about it. I don't see myself having surgery. Quite frankly, I can't do surgery and take the time off work. I just can't do it. So we're going to do the best we can. And but I want to get it tested. Get it tested before the end of the year. While my insurance deductibles are paid, then maybe we can talk about something. But anyways, that's where we're at. Again, I'll have this video ready to put up on the interwebs tomorrow afternoon. So thanks very much. And do me a favor. If you would like to follow my journey, and if you're thinking about starting your own journey, start. Don't think anymore. Just start. Start now and do something. You don't have to do anything that I'm doing, but do something. You know what? If you're in your early 50s, mid 50s, almost at the end of your 50s like me, starting your 60s, we got a lot of time. And we need to get in shape. I heard the stat today listening to some podcasts. 74% of Americans are overweight or obese. If we have the disease of obesity, it's not our fault. Our brains don't work the same. These GLP-1s, these hormones, tell our brains not to sabotage us. It allows us to eat like normal people, and we can still eat good food. We just don't eat as much. And it regulates our blood sugars so it doesn't turn on the insulin pump. And so the insulin doesn't take all the food that we eat and store it away for famine times. It regulates it and says, okay, we need insulin now. Let's take care of this food, but let's not store it to make it turn into fat. Then, if we use these GLP-1s the way they're supposed to be used, as a tool in the toolbox. Christopher Durham has a great video about the tool of a GLP-1. I was putting up some blinds today for my wife, and I had a drill and a driver. Two different tools. One was to pre-drill the holes. The other was to screw in the screws. You know what? They were just tools. Could I have done the job without the tools? Yes. Would it have taken a lot longer? Yes. Me and my grandson, because I can't lift my left arm up over my shoulder to hold the brackets in, we got them up in less than an hour. Four beauty wood blackout blinds. My wife's been wanting them. We got them. They came in the mail today. We put them up in less than an hour. Could have done it without the proper tools. But with the proper tools, it went really, really well. GLP-1s are tools. And for some of us, they're the proper tool. Remember that. We'll talk about more about that later. I am going to change the format of my videos. We're going to get a little more descriptive. I'm going to get a little more animated. You know, not going to edit that one. Going to leave that one in there. We're going to get a little more animated. And and see if we can't draw some people in and form a community together. If you're me, I love my best friends since COVID. My father, who's one of my best friends, moved to Arizona. I've still got a few friends left here, but we need community. We need people that we can go down this path together with. We can encourage each other. So again, Brian, I'm on my silver health quest to get in the best shape of my life by the time I turn 60 years old next April. We're at 233 today. Our goal is to get to Wonderland. Follow with me. Ask me questions. And start now. Don't wait. There's nothing to wait for. I can't tell you how many times I said I was going to do it until March 18th of 2022. Don't wake up in the hospital. Don't wait too long. Thanks again. Like and subscribe. Let me know what do you need to do to get started, and what can I do to help. Thanks.